Holy moly. I just seen the craziest ending to a hockey game I've ever witnessed in my entire life. Now keep in mind, I've watched thousands and thousands of hockey games, but this one takes the cake. Let me tell you why. It was a back and forth game the whole entire time. 6-5 with a minute left in the game. The home team just scored with about a minute left in the game. So there's a minute left in the game. The Predators are trying to score. So eventually 0-0s are on the clock. The puck goes into the corner of the home team's defensive zone, where the two players from the opposite teams are standing by each other. And sometimes things pop off. Somebody says something that they don't like, especially after, losing. It kind of hurts the pride. You give them a little, little stick to the chest or the groin, and then you keep going about your day. So the whistle blows, 0-0s on the clock, third period's over. About 5 seconds go by. Now later I'm going to put the footage. I'm going to try to attach the footage from the rink's cameras into this post so you can see what I'm talking about. But 0-0s on the clock. 5 seconds go by after. And I'm about to go away. I got my camera bag. I'm posting. I'm about to go, and all of a sudden I hear, whoa, and it's like somebody like the other guy pushes the one guy, another guy pushes him, the other guy pushes him back. A lot of pushing. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this cold cock, boom, boom, right in the chin. You hear the ref comes in, tries to break it up. Now keep in mind, he's trying to break up a fight between a 6'4/6'5", 200 to 225 pound 18-year-old and another 6 foot, 185 or 90 pound 18-year-old. Two big boys. They go down. They're having a tilly. They're going at it. Ref has the one kid down in a headlock. Okay, to just basically save him, I guess. He has him in a headlock right here. So the other guy, seeing that the ref has him in a headlock, goes and starts punching the dude in the head. And the ref is still holding the other kid down. It's some absolute madness. While that is going on, that ref holding the other kid in the headlock, another fight starts breaking out because the two teams come to defend their guys to try to pull them off. So now you have 4 scraps going on. 4 scraps and 2 referees. One's already occupied. The one is trying to keep the peace with the other ones that are clearly about to pop off. You usually only see this in the NHL. You never see this in amateur hockey, especially with these kids. Like, it's just crazy. That's why I'm just totally flabbergasted right now. So 4 scraps are going on. And in 2 of these scraps, at least one of the kids that are scrapping does not have a helmet on.
So you have now 2 fights with at least one kid exposed. And I'm talking about exposed.
And I say I'm in the mix. I'm literally right there, 5 feet away from me, not even. I see this kid get bombed. I mean, I'm talking Rocky slow motion. Spit coming out. And all of a sudden, you see scrap happening right next to it. And this kid, he's got the kid in a headlock, throws him down on the ground, head hits off the ice, and then proceeds to freaking boom, boom, boom. And then the other fight, there were still punches being thrown. That kid actually ended up with, I saw him after, he had a bloody head, and his blood was dripping down like all his face. It was craziest thing I've ever seen.
All the while those 4 fights are going on, half the kids leave the ice.
And now, while those fights are going on, keep in mind, like I told you, I'm by a door. So the door's open. I'm there. I'm like 1 foot on the ice, 1 foot off. I'm like, I'm in the mix. Parents flushing there. Come by me. They yell like, don't you touch my Jimmy! Don't you hit him! You keep your hands off of him! And you have parents now on the ice fighting with the kids. And keep in mind, they're in shoes, so they're sliding, they're falling, doing all this crazy stuff. You have about 20 people on the ice fighting. Parents, kids, refs. It's just absolute madness. So eventually, it starts to settle a little bit. Half the kids get off the ice. Eventually, the parents start flooding off the ice.
They're seating at ice level.
And then they're seating above as well.
So the people that were seated above that didn't go onto the ice
while the scraps were happening
came down the steps and flooded into the lobby.
Away and home teams are in the same hallway whenever they walk out. Which I, as a player, as a coach, I don't like. I don't understand why they make rinks like that. Because if you toss 2 players out that get into a scrap, guess what? They're walking right back in that same hallway, now unmonitored. They don't need to have their helmet on. They don't need to have their gloves. They can use their stick as a weapon if they so desire.
Nobody's there to monitor it. It makes no sense. So they throw these kids off. They throw the parents off. The kids are now jawing in the hallway with each other. I'm in the lobby. I'm posted up.
Chilling like I usually am, okay. I'm like waiting.
I'm waiting for the kid that I went there to watch to come out so I could talk to him because he's one of my players that plays for the high school team that I coach. So I'm waiting for him. And all of a sudden,
one of the kids that was in the mix is walking by, and he's like, yeah, I gotta get the ER, like I got, blood. He's got blood pouring out of him. And then a parent
of the opposing team
comes by and goes, 0-2.
Kid was like, why are you, to the adult that said, 0-2, you're a grown-ass man. Why are you talking shit to an 18-year-old? He goes, do you want your ass beat by an 18-year-old? And
And then he goes, oh, 0-2, 0-2. The adult is just chirping the kid. And then that kid's dad was like, don't you talk shit to my son. You want to say something, you say it to me. And he goes, 0-2. The other guy goes, 0-2. So that other guy makes a beeline for the other dude, like, oh, let's go. You want to take us outside? And the 0-2 guy's wife steps in to stop the other guy from coming at
her husband. And she's like, oh no, we gotta be adults.
He goes, get the fuck out of my way. And starts to he pushes the lady out of the way. And then all of a sudden, everything just goes to a whole other level. Oh, you got parents now going at it. And then the kid goes over, 18-year-old goes over to the 0-2 guy and is like, hey, you got a problem? He gets right up in his face.
I'm talking like, yo, you wanna talk shit now? Huh? What? And dude, it was just absolute madness. Like I said, I was literally standing there in the middle. I could have been the referee.
I should have pulled out my phone. I didn't because I was just so flabbergasted with what was going on. I'm surprised I didn't get a punch thrown at me. This is insane. I'm going to try to find the footage from the rink so I can link it in here and show you the footage that happened on the ice. But absolute madness today. Holy moly, I don't think I've ever seen another hockey game like that in my life.